So looking now at my PubSub console, I can see all the generated alerts with a JSON payload. So obviously, it could be interesting to aggregate some of those because you can have multiple times the same alerts because the train is going along a station for 3 or 4 positions. So now the goal is to get this JSON and build a streaming content, so it could be analyzed real time by the end user. So I have decided to use a module from the enterprise version of Talend, which is the pipeline designer, which enables you to create streaming pipelines easily with a very end user oriented interface. And you can see here all the available connections. So I created one for Google PubSub and one for Google Query, because we're going to do a streaming table into Google BigQuery, sorry, in order to to have real-time analytics on the streaming table. So very quickly you have a lot of indicators about the different JSON payload in PubSub. So this would be a full demo to talk about the data quality and the error detection, but we'll ignore this for the moment. So as you can see here, we've got a PubSub data set that we are going to include in what we call a pipeline. So this pipeline is going. Oh no, sorry. This is the BigQuery data set, which already has some data in it. But the idea will be to link those two data sets using pipelines. So you can search for pipelines with a search engine, and we're going to look at this pipeline here. So yeah, very simple. We are getting the PubSub streaming data, and we are pasting it in a table, a streaming table of Google BigQuery. And of course we can add some transformations in between very easily. So you can see main transformations available. So this is not meant to be a studio, this is meant to be an easy end user interface. So for example, I could window messages to aggregate or to make calculations on a certain amount of messages, of Google PubSub messages. You can add Python. I'm not going to do anything here, I'm just probably going to run it. So this could be run on the cloud or on directly on what we call a remote engine, an execution engine that can be installed on your platform. So once it's running, we can see that the PubSub messages are read and then written finally in Google BigQuery, and you have information about the throughput on the right. So this is really powerful. That means you could potentially let end users with a minimum knowledge of data transformation to build and run this for analytics purposes. So once, of course, it is in Google BigQuery, you can build dashboards, streaming dashboards, using your choice of technology. Could be Google Studio, could be whatever really you want. Yeah, so that's the pipeline designer to do streaming